At the Fezzuoglio family home, ECI was challenged to find a low-profile cooling solution that could compete with the oppressive summer heat in a home where the ceiling is right against the roof, providing little resistance to the sun, and the walls are too thin for traditional ducting.
I designed the house so that there's an interaction between both visually and physically experiencing this kind of dynamic between inner space and the exterior space. And so if I'm looking for a place to get warm, I know where it is. If I want to breeze, I know where to find it. If I want to go inside the house for comfort, it's there. This end result is so satisfying that you say, yes, it was worth it. You know, the money, it was worth the time, it was worth the having, guys up and down and in and out of every crevice of your house. The comfort and the aesthetic, because these vents are so non-intrusive. I mean, they virtually don't exist. All you feel is this even, cool climate.
Another challenge was presented during the remodel of the home with the addition of large windows that bring the beauty of the outdoors into the home, and with it, the sun's heat. In a home like this, it is very difficult to install ductwork that won't intrude on the space and affect the aesthetic nature the family is trying to achieve.
The house was a disaster. It was, I don't know how many kids lived here with their parents, but the bedrooms were, 8 by 10, 8 by 8. There was like 4 or 5 of them in a row, with prison cells. This level was not usable, not livable. It was attic space. The house was just plain ugly, but built well. I love the property. The vista off in this direction is amazing. I always look out in this field and I expect to see a black bear. Look out on this, I just see a black bear walking by. And I mentioned that to Phil, and he said, yeah, he spoke to a local conservationist who said there are in fact black bears that live here, not passing through, but live.
Oh, wow.
So you have that sense of, nature being preserved. And I wanted to open up and integrate. I wanted that to come into the house so you can see. I don't even know how many windows, but there's a lot. We just built that vestibule. There's, 3, 6, 9. There's probably 18 windows in the vestibule to let that light, and that light shining up the staircase.
Working with the homeowner and their contractor, ECI found a solution with the Unico High-Velocity System to cool the lower floors in combination with the Mitsubishi SEZ system to supplement the upper floor. The Unico system has small ducting that can fit in the small space between the floor and the ceiling on the bottom floor, allowing the vents to reach both the middle and lower levels. The small vents that can be stained to match the flooring, making them almost disappear. Unless you knew to look for them, you wouldn't notice them at all. Additionally, the small Unico ducting is designed to eliminate the sound of the moving air. The upper floor presented another challenge. With even less space for ducting to reach this level and the loft space opening to the living area, this floor is better suited to have a separate zone with a small air handler that can be easily hidden. That's where the Mitsubishi SEZ system comes into play. The SEZ's small profile was easily installed behind the knee walls, making use of previously unusable space.
It's non-intrusive on every level. I mean, obviously the equipment is taking up some real estate, but non-essential real estate, the sloping roof. Now it's, you have head space, and if you have, a desk here, it's all usable. As I said, this was an attic space that was absolutely unusable. The heat was absolutely oppressive. I don't know how my family lived here for 3.5 years.
SEZ is also made efficient by its inverter-driven system that allows it to keep a space cool without shutting on or off, wasting electricity, and causing the temperature of the space to fluctuate.
You could look at air conditioning as a commodity. You provide it, and maybe another 50 companies within a 30-mile radius, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's a people or person-to-person exchange. And you want that sense of authenticity, you want that sense of trust, you want that sense of reliability that you're getting what you're paying for, and that the experience from beginning to end respects the customer, respects me as an individual.
In our next episode, we'll follow up with John to find out what it's like living with the system after a few years.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of ECI's YouTube channel. If you liked what you saw, would like to follow up with this project, or see our projects in the future, please click to like, subscribe, and follow our channel. See you soon.